The guy, 25M, I've 27F been seeing gave me chlamydia. Was I too mean about it, or is he just evil? I've been dating this guy for 2.5 months. I told him I wanted us both to get tested for STDs before we were intimate. He went out of his way multiple times to mention that he got tested and was negative for all STDs. I tested negative for all STDs. We have saxophone for the first time last week, and after a couple days, I let him know that I think I am having symptoms of a UTI. 2 days later, he texts me saying that after I told him that, he had a bad feeling and went and got tested and is positive for chlamydia. I also tested positive for chlamydia 2 days later. I honestly freaked out. He admitted to lying about getting tested and said he truly believed he had no STDs because he didn't have any symptoms. But he still lied. I ended things with him pretty much immediately. I asked him for his test results, and he only had been tested for chlamydia, trich, and gonorrhea. I asked him for his results for HIV, HSV, and syphilis, and he said he's never been tested for them because he's never had symptoms. I start freaking out again, basically begging him to go get tested. He stops responding completely. I texted him again asking him to please get tested and send him free testing centers. He finally said he would go and get tested and said sorry again. I responded basically saying it's not okay, this would have never happened if he didn't lie about being tested, and asked him to send me his test results when he gets them. This is where it took a turn for the worse. I honestly don't know what he was expecting, for me to hold his hand and pat his back and tell him it's okay. He responded and said, "Flip you, and I don't owe you anything. You will not be contacted with any results." At this point, I start panicking. Obviously, I can get tested, but I have to wait 4-6 weeks to get accurate results for HSV, HIV, and syphilis. I start begging him again to tell me his results when he gets them. He responds saying, "I'm not obligated to share my results with you, especially at this point." His responses at this point are downright evil. I did not know he was capable of acting this way, otherwise I would never had saxophone with him. I respond telling him at least for HIV, he is legally obligated to inform me. The last thing he said was that if he is positive for anything, I will be informed. Otherwise, I will never hear from him again, which I am fine with. This all feels like a hot mess. I don't know how I was supposed to react. He lied to me and gave me chlamydia. Is being upset not a normal response? I spoke with my mom and she told me I might have been too mean to him and I should have been nicer about it. TL, DR guy lied about being tested and gave me chlamydia. I freaked out and was kind of mean. He's never been tested for HSV, HIV, syphilis. He agreed to go get tested, but is acting like he won't share his results now because he's mad at me for how I've reacted.